Hi there folks, nice to see you again. Share this video, smash that like button, and write your predictions for today's episode in the comments down below. So without further delay, let's get this show started. America's job market increasingly appears to be splitting into two tracks, economists say, alongside a steady demand for skilled workers and a flagging interest in hiring more knowledge-based professionals. An Israeli incursion into Rafah would put the lives of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians at risk and turn into a bloodbath with the health system in shambles, the WHO warns. At least 26 people are killed and 51 wounded in the past 24 hours, Gaza Health Ministry says. China launched an uncrewed lunar spacecraft Friday in a first-of-its-kind mission to bring back samples from the far side of the moon. If successful, the CHANG'E mission will be a crucial step in realizing the country's goals of landing Chinese astronauts on the moon by 2030 and eventually building a base on the lunar surface. India aims to produce 5 million tons of pure hydrogen annually by 2030, with a projected need of 25 million tons by 2050 for transport, steel, and ammonia production. Baking lasses the renewable hydrogen technology expo in Delhi brought together industry experts to explore how the country can modernize production and scale up green hydrogen applications. Several hundred meters away from the Sydney University protest and separated by lines of security guards, hundreds gathered under Australian and Israeli flags to hear speakers say the pro-Palestinian protests made Jewish students and staff feel unsafe on campus. Lush greenery could carpet the beach sands of Dubai as millions of mangroves. 72 kilometers of the Emirates coastline, according to plans of a project unveiled this week. Build Dubai Mangroves. The project envisions planting more than 100 million mangrove trees by 2040. Turkey has halted all trade with Israel, citing the worsening humanitarian tragedy in the Palestinian territories, which prompted strong criticism from the Israeli foreign minister. The row will probably deepen tensions between the two formerly close allies, which have deteriorated since the start of the crisis in Gaza. The Russia-Ukraine war reached day 800 on Friday, crossing another milestone in the ongoing conflict as the battle continues with no imminent signs of resolution. Boris Johnson was turned away from a polling station while trying to vote in the United Kingdom's local elections after forgetting to bring photo ID, a requirement he introduced while Prime Minister. Polling station staff were forced to turn the former Prime Minister away. Kenya and Tanzania have been bracing for a cyclone on the heels of torrential rains and floods that have devastated East Africa, killing nearly 400 people and forcing tens of thousands from their homes. South Korea and the U.S. could explore expanding bilateral energy cooperation, dialogue to a trilateral format involving Japan in the future, given the importance of Washington puts on its two Asian allies, a U.S. official said. United Health CEO Andrew Whitty's testimony before the House Energy and Commerce Committee will follow weeks of disruption to American healthcare since the insurer's CHANG'E healthcare unit was hacked. Joshua Dean, a Boeing whistleblower who warned of manufacturing defects in the plane maker's 737 MAX, has died after a short illness, the second Boeing whistleblower to die this year. Tesla moved this week to lay off much of the team responsible for creating the largest and most successful electric vehicle charging network. The layoffs halted construction work at a dozen supercharger sites in Texas. In New York, property owners in negotiations with Tesla were left hanging as discussions about adding chargers to their sites were ongoing. Coinbase Global swung to a first-quarter profit of over $1 billion from a year earlier loss, helped by an uptick in cryptocurrency trading following the launch of the first U.S.-listed exchange traded funds tracking Bitcoin in January. Hey guys! If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then it's the right time to do so. Also like and smash the notify button. Every support means a lot to us, and with that said, let's get to the main news of the episode. A magnitude 6.0 earthquake struck off the island province of Leyte in central Philippines on Friday, with damage and aftershocks expected, its seismology agency said. There were no immediate reports from Philippine authorities of damage or casualties caused by the offshore quake, with Red Bull's top-rated designer Adrian Newey having announced earlier this week he was leaving. Verstappen seemed to put an end to mountain speculation. He too was listening to offers, declaring his future was with the energy drink outfit. Hiring slowed sharply in April and wage growth eased, without signaling a serious deterioration in the job market. Traders stepped up their bets on rate cuts after the data was released. Investors had been eagerly anticipating the report after Fed Chair Jerome Powell this week did little to clarify when the central bank might start cutting rates. That has left economic data in the driver's seat. Asian shares were mostly higher Friday ahead of a report on the U.S. jobs market, while several major markets, including Tokyo and Shanghai, were closed for holidays. Oil prices and U.S. futures were higher. The Japanese yen strengthened slightly against the U.S. dollar amid signs of heavy central bank intervention to tamp down the U.S. dollar's advance. European markets recorded gains afternoon after US jobs figures revived homes of the U.S. Federal Reserve cutting interest rates this year. London's FTSE index was up 41 points to 8,213 by close, while the Paris CAC gained 42 points to trade at 795,957, and the Frankfurt DAX rose 105 points to reach 18,001. Hey guys, be sure to check out other videos from our channel and also make sure to comment what you want to hear from tomorrow's episode. As always, the Wealth News was with you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.